Hello my dear students, in this video we are going to discuss that how Nazi or the Hitler, through their ideology, they wanted to make a state, a country which is based on the social hierarchy. The state established where there is the supremacy, the superiority of the Nordic Aryan race. So what the steps taken by the Nazis for making the racial state, all these things we will discuss in this video. Students, as you know, in the previous video you have studied about the racial ideology of Hitler and how it was formed. Now after coming to the power, Hitler started implementation of his ideology based on the race for the establishment of the racial state. After coming to power, Hitler began to implement dream of creating an exclusive. What was his dream? His dream was the creation of the state, the creation of the country, which is exclusive, which consists of an exclusive racial community, by eliminating all those who were seen as the undesirable by the Hitler. Undesirable race. Hitler categorized, on the basis of his ideology, he categorized some races as the undesirable race. In the beginning of the chapter, you have studied the name of all those races, like the Jews, Gypsies, Russian, Polish people, even the physically and mentally unfit German people. The people who are Nordic German Aryans, but they were not physically and mentally fit. All these people were considered to be the undesirable people by the Hitler, by the Nazi people, according to the Nazi ideology, and according to them, these undesirable people had to be eliminated from the society for creating a racial state which consists of only the superior and the most fittest race of the world, that is the Nordic German Aryan. So now students, you understood which race is considered to be the undesirable people, and what was the dream of the Hitler? To create an exclusive racial community of a pure German Aryan race by eliminating all the undesirable people. He wanted only society. He wanted the society which consists of only the pure and healthy Nordic Aryan people, and only to these people he is said to be the desirable race, and all others, even the Nordic Aryan who are not healthy mentally and physically, those who were not fit, they were also considered to be the undesirable one. Only the fittest one was said to be the desirable, and his dream was to create a state which consists of all these desirable people. So regarding this, Hitler also started a Euthanasia Program after coming to the power. What was this Euthanasia Program? Students, in the beginning of the chapter, you had studied the story of the Helmut father. His father and mother were talking to one another, and it was the scene of the end of the Second World War. So Helmut father was also the part of this Euthanasia Program. Now what was there in the Euthanasia Program? In the Euthanasia Program, all the Aryans, Nordic Aryans who were not physically and mentally fit, the physically and mentally unfit Aryans were killed under the Euthanasia Program. Because according to Hitler ideology, if these unfit people get married to any fit people, then they will create a race which consists of a mixed gene. You know about the theory of the Charles Darwin, in which they is said to be about the selection of gene. But Darwin said about the natural selection. But these kind of races like the Hitler and other politicians, they said that they made the natural selection, the selection by the human interference. That's why now what Hitler started the elimination of the unwanted one. So what was Euthanasia Program? Under the Euthanasia Program, the killing of the physically and mentally unfit Nordic German Aryan was done. The Euthanasia Program was started by the Nazi party under Hitler when he came to the power. Okay, you know about the undesirable people. Which races were considered to be the undesirable by the Nazi? Jews. Jews were said to be the arch enemies, and the race which suffer a lot during the time of the Hitler. The worst sufferer were the Jews. The gypsy race, you know, when Hitler started extending its territory towards the eastward, as I told you in the previous video, they occupied the Poland, then moved to Russia. In Russia, they occupied the northwest Russian region. So when they occupied the Russian and the Poland region, then the people of that region of Russia, Russian people as well as the Poles, they were also conquered by them, and they were used as a slave laborers, because according to Nazi ideology, these people were not considered to be the human. They were considered to be the subhuman race. When you see the Polish people or the Russian people, they are not tall heighted and having a sharp features like that of the German Aryans. They are short heighted one. That's why they were considered to be the subhumans by the Hitler racist, according to the Hitler racist ideology. So they were, because they were considered to be the subhuman by them, they were used as a slave laborers by the Nazis. So many of the Polish and the Russian people also died because of the hard work taken by them, by the Nazi party people during their time, and many of these people died due to the starvation also. Starvation means bhook se mar jana. Okay. Now, beta, I am going to tell you about what was the reason of such a kind of a hatred against the Jews by the Nazi party or by the Hitler. So, here we are going to discuss the reason. As I told you that Jews were considered to be the arch enemy of the by the Hitler. So, one of the reason was that there was a stereotype against the Jews in the society. But a stereotype, what is stereotype? A stereotype is a fixed kind of a thinking, ideology regarding someone. जैसे अगर हम सुनते हैं कि सरदार जी, तो सुनते ही वर्ड हमारे माइंड में आता है having a turban on their head. Okay, मौलाना साहब, तो there is a stereotype in our mind having a beard and wearing the kurta pajama and having a beads in the hand. Okay, and wearing a topi on the head. Pandit ji, there is a stereotype image. Means whenever any name came in front of us, then a particular kind of a image fixed with that. That is said to be the stereotype thinking, a fixed image type of a thinking. So there was a stereotype regarding the Jew community in the society that they were considered to be the responsible for the killing of the Jesus Christ. The people who were considered to be responsible for the crucifixion of Jesus Christ were the Jews. So this was one reason against the hatred against them in Europe. In Europe, you know that the majority is the Christian people. So why they hated Jews? Because they considered them to be responsible for the crucifixion of the Jesus Christ. And second reason was that Jews were considered to be the usurers. Usurers, beta, were those people who take up the who make the money by the money lending, जो सूद लेते हैं, पैसा देकर उस पर सूद जो लेते हैं, ठीक है. So why they consider to be the usurers? Because when you go to the early time, these Jews communities were made to leave their land. The land from where they are said to be belong is the Jerusalem. Was said to be their main land from where their origin took place. So they were made they were expelled from that land, and after that they mainly survive on the trade and the money lending. जो इन्होंने काम किया इसके बाद, जिस पर ये survive किए, वो दो काम थे. एक तो इन्होंने business किया, trade किया, and another was the usurers, money lenders. And because of this reason, they were the money lender. They took up the they did the work of the money lending and took the interest on that. They were said to be considered to be the pest of the society. Pest क्या होता है? जो कीड़ा होता है या चूहा, rat जो होता है, it is also said to be the pest in the of the crop जो उसको खा जाता है, खोखला कर देता है. So because of this reason, Jews communities were hated. They were said to be like the pest in the society, which is eating the world, जो दुनिया का जो है सारा पैसा अपने में लिए हुए. बेटा, this is one of the truth that Jews community in the world is only 10% around, ठीक है, is in minority, but they consist of 90% wealth of the society, wealth of the world. दुनिया के जो भी बड़े बड़े बिजनेसमैन हैं, all those are the Jews, because they are hard workers, they are intelligent, that's why. So but there was a stereotype against them that they are like the pest of the society. This was the stereotype thinking of Nazi ideology, the ideology of the Hitler. So because of all these reasons, they were in the early time they were expelled from their land, that was Jerusalem, and they lived in the ghettos region. Beta, ghettos, what is ghettos? Ghettos is the beta outskirted land. शहर है, शहर का बाहरी इलाका जो होता है, the slum area of the city. It is said to be the ghettos. So they were made to live in the ghettos because they were expelled from their land. They were also persecuted time to time. उस टाइम से जो है उनका persecution होता रहा है. During the time of Hitler, they were the communities, the Jews were the community which were persecuted mostly. सबसे ज़्यादा persecution हिटलर के टाइम में हुआ है. इसके अलावा भी Jews को जो है सोसाइटी में काफ़ी ज़्यादा persecution हुआ है. उनको देश निकाला भी बहुत बार किया गया इस कम्युनिटी का. कभी कहीं से भगा दिया जाता है, कभी कहीं से, और जो उसके बाद उनकी किलिंग भी हुई है. That is said to be the persecution. There were a lot of violence also against this community. And the reason behind all these things is the hatred against the Jews, are kind of a stereotype which is there against that. Okay, now we proceed. And because of all these reasons, Hitler also hated the Jews. But his hatred was based on a pseudo-scientific theory of race. What was the pseudo-scientific theory of race? Means according to him, this race is one of the unfit race, one of the race which is not good for the society. You will see in the book that there is a picture, a cartoon given, in that it is shown that a teacher is teaching to a student a stereotype thinking against the Jews through the number 6. इस तरह से बता रहे हैं कि टीचर भी मीन्स ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ द नाजी उनके अगेंस्ट में हेट्रेड फैलाया जाने लगा सोसाइटी में. इवन स्कूल्स में भी ज्यूज के अगेंस्ट में चिल्ड्रंस को पढ़ाया जाने लग गया, जिससे उनकी आइडियोलॉजी जो डेवलप हो, इट डेवलप बाय हेटिंग द ज्यूज कम्युनिटी. And it is explained through by a logical way. Like it is said that Jews community have a nose like this, which is like that of the number 6, and 6 number is unlucky, and that's why this community is unlucky for the society. So these kind of the myth were spread in the society during the time of the Nazi. So Hitler hatred for Jews based on the pseudo-scientific theory of race, which held that the solution of the problem of Jews, what is the problem? Means these Jew community is the main problem of the world. So the solution of this Jewish problem is only the total elimination of this community. Total elimination means killing of this community. Only through by killing we can eliminate this society from the world, which is spoiling the world. And because of this reason, a genocide was held. What is genocide? Mass killing of Jews was done during the time of the Nazi party, Nazi Germany. And the killing of Jews is given a particular term in the history. It is said to be the Holocaust. Holocaust is the killing of the Jews on a mass scale during the time of the Nazi party. So now we are going to study about the steps taken to death, means how these people were killed, how the Jews were killed in the Nazi Germany. What were the steps followed in that? There were 3 stages in that. Firstly, in the first step, there was the exclusion of the Jews community. They were separated from the general public. And this exclusion program was done from 1933. In 1933, you know, Hitler came to power. From 1933 to 1939, this exclusion program was done. And what was the quotation given for this? You have no right to live among us as citizens. Means, under the exclusion program, their citizenship right was taken away. The Jews were not considered to be the citizen of the Germany. Their citizenship right was taken away. They were excluded from the government jobs. The Jews were the citizenship was taken from them. Any of the German Aryan was not allowed to have any kind of a relation and even to marry to any of the Jew. They were totally excluded from the society. And for taking up their citizenship right, the law was passed in the German parliament, which was known as the Nuremberg Law of Citizenship. And this law, Nuremberg Law of Citizenship, Nuremberg is a place where the law was passed. Nuremberg Law of Citizenship taken away the right of the Jews to be the citizen of Germany. Okay, so in first stage they were excluded from the society. In the second step, they were taken to the ghettos. So this stage is known as the ghettoization. In this stage, the ghettoization was done. Means they were taken to the ghettos, outer area of the city, to live in a slum-like areas apart from the city. And this ghettoization program was taken place from 1940 to 1944. And what was said in this? You have no right to live among us. Earlier what was said? You have no right to live among us as citizens. First the citizenship right has taken. Now you have no right to live among us. Now आपको हमारे साथ रहने का भी हक नहीं है. पहले the citizen बन के रहने का हक नहीं. Now you are having no right to live among us. Now after this, now the third stage, the final stage came, which is said to be the annihilation stage. In this stage is started from 1941 onwards, and in this, what is said? You have no right to live. Earlier what is said? To live among us. Now it is said that you have no right to live away. Means now the killing, the mass killing, the genocide against the Jews started. The Holocaust program started by the Nazi party from 1941 onwards. How the killing was done? For that, the Jews were taken out from their house. Firstly, and in the first two stages, the houses of the Jews were marked. How they were marked? The yellow star was marked on the door of on the gate of the Jews' house, so that it can be identified that these are the houses of the Jews. Now in the final stage, Jews were taken out from their houses as well as from the concentration camp जहाँ पर उनको रखा गया था, जो घरों में थे उनको वहाँ से लाया गया. Some were kept in the ghettos. They were taken away from these different places, from different part of the Europe. To the from where they were bought to Poland and the nearby area through the good train. माल गाड़ी में इन सबको भर के वहाँ लाया गया. As I told you in the previous video, Poland was made the laboratory of the experiment. So now you will understand what was the done in this laboratory and what was the experiment. Experiment is the terminology used for the mass killing of the Jews, and laboratory why it is said, because there the killing program was done. And the name of these killing chambers, वहाँ पर killing किस तरह से होती थी बेटा? These killing chambers were like that of the bathroom. A small rooms were there which consist of a shower like thing, and when the button was switched on of that, in that bathroom like small room, many Jews were put inside. सबको भर दिया जाता था. उसके बाद एक shower like चीज होती थी, वहाँ से poisonous gas छोड़ी जाती थी, and through that poisonous gas all get killed. So this was the gas chamber. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पर क्या किया जाए, in this way all Jews were killed. Many of the Jews were killed in this Holocaust or the genocidal program. And these gas chambers were given different names. There were different names of these gas chambers, like the Balzac, Auschwitz. Auschwitz, in the beginning of the chapter on second page, you have read regarding this Auschwitz. At that time I told you I will explain later on. So what was this Auschwitz? Auschwitz was the gas chamber where mass killing took place through the scientific method of the Jews. The mass killing of Jews was done. So these are the names of these gas chambers, like the Balzac, Auschwitz, Sobibor, Treblinka, Chalno and Mazdanek. These were the gas chambers where the killing of the Jews was done. So beta, this is all about the Nazi ideology and the creation of the racial state by the Nazi party, by the Hitler. Thank you all.